Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a walk around and tour through Doc, the B29, or one of the two airworthy B29s that are actually able to fly and are not just in like storage or basically preservation. So yeah, just enjoy this video, and I will probably come in once we are on the inside to tell you a few things. Now, I think that right there might be a like exhaust thing or something, and then there's obviously a lot of sud on the actual behind the exhaust. There's the inside of the gear bays. So yeah, there's also DOT striping because it is technically a moving vehicle. So yeah, its landing gear are huge. These tires are absolutely massive. If you cannot tell, that is the tail skid, and funny enough, somebody came over and said, "Oh yeah, that is the air brake." I resisted myself so hard to not tell them that's a tail skid. But yeah, I just showed you guys the tail gun. But yeah, there's the registration if you want to know. November 69972, B29 Super Fortress, manufactured by Boeing, 1944. Wichita, Kansas, USA. Now that's the tail gunner, as I said. I think that's like leather or something, but yeah, there's the entire view. Now we are walking to the line of massive people. There's the three red lines. That's a long line, and eventually I got to stand underneath that wing. They did have some merchandise, which I did get some. I got a shirt, and they also gave us a wristband. This is the inside of the landing gear bay. So pretty cool. It's removable flight tags. Very oily. So yeah, I'll just let you keep on enjoying these views.
Long story short, 44, flying out of the US a little bit, and 45, never actually known. The only one who complained about
Okay, now we are actually underneath the aircraft. This is the aft bomb bay. They don't really have anything in there. There's the other wing if you want to know. But yeah, it's very tight underneath there. I was literally basically sitting on the floor. But yeah. It says tire pressure 70. But yeah. There's also the inside, like above the bomb bay and stuff. So yeah. I think those are actually the sides of the doors. They have ladders in there, so they can do like maintenance stuff. Anyways, this is the entire history of the aircraft. It's probably really bad. You probably can't read them, but yeah. I think it says 2013 Doc returns. Yeah. Well, okay, I don't know. But yeah, here's the original specs and the current specs. So yeah, some things will change from 10 to 14 people to about 6. Yeah. So 11 plus 11 passengers. That's a lot of people. There's actually bombs in there. One of the bombs says you'll get a bang out of this, and the other one says. But yeah. So yeah.
Originally, the ceiling on it.
There was also there was a spare tire in the space between the aft and forward bomb bay.
Yeah. See what it says on the.
I think in this in this recording you'll see. Yeah, you'll get a bang out of this. And the other one says.
Something on that one.
Just a spare you fly on. Yeah.
Kilroy was here. My bad, guys.
Necessary.
Yeah. There was bigger bombs. There was 2 big bombs, 2 small ones. I don't know why I keep on showing this history, if I'm being honest. But it is cool, though, to see that this has been around for essentially forever. But yeah. There's a tow bar, I believe, underneath there. But yeah, so when we started climbing up the ladder, it was very steep. So yeah, now you can see
that moves up in the cockpit is connected to a cable.
We might climb up the ladder. There's the flight controls, cables that run throughout the entire aircraft.
This used to be
But yeah,
fuel
you
tanks.
also probably saw a spare wheel.
So we got 4 fuel tanks, 2 on each
Yeah,
wing.
I'll let you guys
We used to
enjoy.
have 6, these 2 that split down the middle. Eventually, we don't need this. I mean, when you're flying, the time's probably almost touching the Rockies.
Really?
Yeah. They were joking in the cockpit about putting the landing gear down in case we got too close so we could just bounce over.
See, there you go. You can talk to him about.
It's very awesome.
You
Okay?
Sure.
Do it later. Ready?
All right.
Oh, crap! I lost it.
Why don't you stand right up here?
Turn around.
Right about.
Okay, so these steps were actually very steep, and I was like, ugh, I do not want to fall off. But yeah, the thing to get back down, there's that spare tire as I was talking about, but the ladder to get back down, oh yeah, bomb. That's like how they timed it, I believe, but yeah. The steps to get back down were extremely steep. I couldn't even record because I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get down without dropping the phone or my recording device. So yeah, it was very tight, not for a claustrophobic person. I just sat in that ring for a little bit until there was a space open. But yeah, there's more wires and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to the
Yeah, I'll just let you guys enjoy. Okay, so next we actually there's a fan inside of the pressurized tube that sets you from the gun turret to the forward of the aircraft. That is, I believe, the hatch or something? Yeah. Here's like all some radio things and stuff. You know, these are all like old things that the B29 originally had. We can do it thing. I think it's a bobblehead, but yeah. I'm not even quite sure what I'm recording here. Oh yeah, there's the view outside. That's not a view you get every day, but yeah. Really cool to just sit inside of here. But yeah, here's some more radio panels and stuff. But like, the guy explains it, so I will let you guys enjoy that.
Appreciate you guys coming up. Yeah, great. Take a second to check that panel is just crazy. Out of place where you're claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Good seeing you guys. Yes, sir. Hold that line up there for a minute when you get done. Right there with that little kid, right there with the white t-shirt. Yep. You want to get through? We're just gonna hold the line coming down. We're good to go. Come on in. Oh, nice. up on here. Hey, how are you? How you doing? Good. Anybody else behind you there?
For me, yeah, there's a few.
Sure. Yeah. We everybody in here. We'll talk through real quick, and then we'll.
Come on, scoot down real quick, guys.
Heads up there, buddy. He's gonna sneak right by you.
Are you Dan?
Thanks.
Yes.
Bill Geipel.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, he works for me at Sun Country.
Oh, great. Yeah, Bill, taught me how to fly.
Yeah, he said the same.
Yep. Bill's a great guy. Oh, he works for you at Sun Country?
Yeah.
Oh boy, how do you keep that guy employed?
I don't know.
He's a tyrant, isn't he?
Yeah, he works late at night, so he knows.
Are you ready? Of course he does. Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to come on in? We can take two more.
Let's take a picture now. Instructors are mine.
Yeah. Are they gonna still keep Sims here with the Legion thing?
Sounds bad.
Yeah.
There's a little union thing going on the Maxes, so we'll see where they have that. The plan is, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to talk to a few things up here. So, obviously, in the cockpit section, there would have been a crew six just up here, and then another 4, sometimes 5. They would have an observer in the back. So, way up in front there is where the bombardier. What is that? That's the Norden bomb site. Pretty revolutionary for its time. Essentially, an analog computer. Pilot over here, co-pilot, flight engineer, in this seat. I encourage you when you're going down the ladder, take a look at that flight engineer panel. You know, he's got 17 levers and 45 gauges and another 45 switches.
Picture of it.
Pretty much the hardest working one on the crew because he's always trying to adjust an engine. Every time we turn, he's got to resync the prop set. And then the navigator would have been here and radio operator over here. Had it been outfitted with turrets, turrets would have been one up here and one down here. 250 cals in each one. With the ammo boxes, you'd have about this much room between the two. So we think it's a little claustrophobic up here right now, but severely congested. Right. That's a tube that they talked about, probably down there in the bomb base. That's how the crew would get from the front to the aft section in flight when they were pressurized. Bomb bays are not pressurized. The rest of the airplane was. B29 designed to fly at 30,000 feet. What they wanted it to do. It performed miserably at 30,000 feet. Yeah. I mean, from as far as the bombing perspective, the whole idea was high altitude daylight bombing, and what they got was like 5% chance of being within a mile of their intended target at the beginning of using them, and then that's why they ended up dropping down lower and lower, and eventually went to the incendiary bombing towards the end of the war. 3 sets of throttles, so pilot, co-pilot, and engineer all have a set of throttles. And it's kind of like a little delicate dance up here because once we get the run, there's no nose wheel steering, so once the airplane's tracking down the runway, and we're able to keep it on the runway just with thrust, about 80 miles an hour is when the rudder becomes effective, and then we send it pretty much past the throttles off to the engineer. So he's going to set them symmetric across the board, and then we just give manifold pressure settings throughout, all the way into the flare.
This was most definitely an unforgettable experience, and the only reason this was actually here was because the B29 crew stopped somewhere on the way to Oshkosh. So, yeah. I was actually talking to the pilot, like, the day after when I was watching it take off. Yes, there's going to be a video about that, but I talked to the pilot of this aircraft, and I asked them, could you stop here next year? And he said, we will probably try. So, yeah. I'm really hoping to see them next year. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. So, goodbye.